right, we are live, and this is the official. People are like, stop waiting. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. I was a little late. I had a lot more stuff to upload to my computer, but we are here. I am fresh off of the live stream where we spent 9 hours covering the Tyler Robinson case. So you already know what it is. Come on in, drop your city in the chat. Let me know where you at. Drop your city in the chat. Let me know where you at, and hit the thumbs up button. We have so much to talk about. So much to talk about. So the first thing I want to start off by saying is Tyler Robinson is innocent. And there are 5 reasons why Tyler Robinson is innocent. And by the end of the stream, it's probably going to be like 10 reasons. All right. Drop your city in the chat. Let me know where you're at. Drop your city in the chat. Let me know where you are at. I want to start off by bringing this up, and we're gonna go backwards after this. So shout out to Allie Top Files. My girl Allie, I don't know if she's in the chat yet. I told her to pull up if she has time, but a lot of us are tired because we all were on these live streams for all these hours. But she brought this up, and I think this right here is extremely important. It didn't show up. Here we go again. So I'm going to start off right here. So this is the first reason why Tyler Robinson is innocent. Everybody in the chat, say Tyler Robinson is innocent. Say Tyler Robinson is innocent if you believe so in the chat. We collectively are going to get this boy back home. We're going to save this boy's life, because I believe that public sentiment, public interest, public outcry can change a jury pool, because we all know this was a preliminary hearing. He is not on trial yet. And because Tyler Robinson is not on trial yet, there is probably a year, maybe 6 months to a year before they actually start putting the jury together. So what we have to do as a collective, and everybody hit the like button, everybody hit the like button. As a collective, we have to set the precedent right now. We have to set the narrative right now that this boy, Tyler Robinson, is 100% innocent. So if you think Tyler Robinson is innocent, say Tyler Robinson is innocent in the chat. See, I covered the Diddy case, and in my opinion, because I might be wrong, the public outcry, the public sentiment about Diddy being a piece of crap and a trafficker affected the jury pool that actually said that Diddy was guilty. See, people are innocent and guilty not because of the judge, not because of the lawyers, but because of the jury. And some of you may actually be the jury. So my goal is to get to every single person that could be in a jury a year from now or 6 months from now. And that person is sitting on a jury and they're like, you know what? I'm going to get this boy off. I remember what Mr. Let Go said. I remember what Candace said. I remember what Baron Coleman said. I remember what Bays said. I remember what all these people said. We are going to get this boy off because we all know that he is innocent. So we are going to get on that jury in Utah, not me, but somebody that lives in Utah, and we're going to get him off. Okay. So this is evidence. This is exhibit A, let's say. So what you see right here on the screen is Tyler Robinson and not Tyler Robinson. One of these people may be Tyler Robinson, or neither one of these people are Tyler Robinson. So as you can see, and I'm going to show you the video of this, but I want to start off right here. And shout out to Allie Top Files. She posted this on X and it went viral already. And this shows you right here that this person, because his name isn't Tyler Robinson. I don't know who the hell this person is. It is assumed that this person or these two boys that aren't the same person may actually be Phil Lyman's nephew. If you know who Phil Lyman is, put a 1 in the chat. Phil Lyman, I think, has 3-4 nephews that somewhat all look the same. And I believe one or both of these boys are Phil Lyman's nephews and not Tyler Robinson. So I'm going to show you the video of all of this, but I just want to start right here. First, I want you to look at the backpacks. The backpacks show you that one is blue and the other one is black. Shout out to Allie. She's the one who pointed this out. Black backpack and then blue backpack. Red shirt, black shirt, short sleeve shirt, long sleeve shirt. So as you can see right here, this is not the same person. But what a lot of people have been saying, or the prosecution was trying to say, is that he went home, changed clothes, and came back. That makes no damn sense at all. Okay. So that's the first thing. I don't think this is the same person. And this is exhibit A of how Tyler Robinson didn't do anything. I don't even think Tyler Robinson was actually on the UVU campus, period. All right. So I wanted to start with this, but let's get to all of the footage because that's why you guys are here. Let's get into it. All right. So now we're going to look at the actual video because this right here tells you everything. And let me know if you guys have any questions or any thoughts in the chat. Drop it in the super chat because I just got off of this live and I am lit. Let's go. Okay, so here we go. I got so much to talk about. So this is somebody not named Tyler Robinson, and that is somebody not named Tyler Robinson's car, okay? Because everything that they said in this court hearing today is absolute bullshit. All of it. So this is at the top. You see the car is backing out of the parking space. So the first thing the guy said in the court hearing today is that we recognize the car, but somewhere in the past, I think Barron said it or somebody else said it, that there was an understanding that Tyler Robinson's car had a sunroof. This particular car does not have a sunroof. So check out the sunroof of the car. Right there. As you can see, that car doesn't have a sunroof, which is Exhibit B. So Exhibit A is Tyler Robinson, or not Tyler Robinson, had a different book bag, had on shorts, and then had on pants, had a different color shirt, and different hat, right? That was Exhibit A. This is Exhibit B. The actual car that Tyler Robinson was assumed, because like I said, I don't even think he was on UVU campus. He or that car had a sunroof, as you can see, and put a 1 in the chat if you're able to see. Let me make it bigger. Can y'all see? Put a 1 in the chat to make sure. Oh yeah, we're going to talk about the DNA evidence. We're going to talk about all that stuff. The DNA evidence is one of the exhibits. All right. So put a 1 in the chat if you can see clearly that the black car does not have a sunroof, because I want to make sure y'all can see this. And back it up a little bit. Check it out again. So as you can see, Tyler Robinson's assumed car had a sunroof. This car does not have a sunroof. So they're tracking the wrong car. All right. See that? And well, let's just keep going. We'll just go from there. Because this whole thing is the dumbest case I've ever seen in my life. So right here, you see this person not named Tyler Robinson has on shorts, and look at the shoes. Look at the shoes. They said that Tyler Robinson had on New Balance shoes. New Balance shoes. Those shoes look like Chuck Taylor shoes to me. So let me back it up a little bit. Want to make sure. Actually, you know, let me put myself in this on a small screen. Let me see if I can make which one. Which is better? All right. Either way, it's all the same. Okay. So he has Chuck Taylor shoes on, and the other kid had on New Balance. Now look at the shoes. See those? Those are Chuck Taylors. And everybody make sure to hit the like button. Oh, that's a good video right there. As you can see, he has on Chuck Taylors and not New Balance. So how in the world can the prosecution say that this is the person?
Everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button.
And let me know if y'all want to hit a like button song, and I'll play that also. But as you can see right here, this boy has on Chuck Taylor shoes and not New Balance shoes. So his shoes are different. He has on shorts. His shirt is different. The hat is different. The book bag is different. So how in the Sam hell can anybody turn around and say that Tyler Robinson did this to Charlie Kirk when you don't even know who the hell these humans are that y'all are following on these damn cameras? This is crazy. All right. And well, forget about it. I'll just keep going. Next camera angle. Allie posted on X that time is missing that tape right there. Oh, she posted this also. Well, we all were looking at the same video. So shout out to Allie. I asked Allie if she wanted to pull up. She might be tired because I think she just did a 9-hour live stream also. But shout out to Allie. She's probably tired because I'm somewhat tired. All right, look at the shoes. And another thing I want you to see. Look at how he's walking, because the second Tyler Robinson, you guys, he's going to be limping. So I want you to look at whether he's limping or not. So look at the walk. He's not limping. Shout out to Kimberly. Kimberly said, I've been watching you all day with the team. Thank you for being here again. So check this out. Hold on. I'm backing up. So watch how he walks. All right. Yes or no if you see him limping? Is he limping in any type of way? Yes or no in the chat. One more time. Yes or no in the chat. Is he limping? Look at the walk. Do you see a limp? So yes or no in the chat. Is he limping? One more time. Okay, so that is exhibit C. Let me write this stuff down. Okay, so A, clothes don't match. B, what was B? What was exhibit B? Oh, wait. Book bag doesn't match. All right. Oh, exhibit. Yeah. C is no sunroof in a car. Okay. And let's just say exhibit D is he's not limping. Told you we're gonna get to like 10 reasons why this boy is innocent. Trying to put this boy in the damn under the jail. Not on my watch. No limping. Now, right here, check this out. He's walking up the stairs with no problem. He's not limping. Okay, so now let's look at the book bag once again. So right here, he looks down just like the other Tyler Robinson, because we got two Tyler Robinsons, right? I don't think neither one of them are Tyler Robinson, but we're just going to call them two Tyler Robinsons. Whoever this person is, I will say that they both walked up the steps and they dropped their head like they did not want anybody to see their face. So I don't know. This might mean that it may be Tyler Robinson. Okay, so check this out. So let's look at the body language of, I don't want to see, I don't want to be seen by the camera. See that? The other Tyler Robinson did the same thing. Yeah, he's dropping his head because, as you can see, his head wasn't dropped right here. So it's a possibility that he sees a camera in the corner and it's like, oh shit. So right here, he looks up. Oh, got to drop my head. Watch this. He's looking around. Drop my head right there. So that might mean whoever this person is, because I don't think it's Tyler Robinson, but this person is operating in a manner where he's just like, I don't want anybody to see my face. And he has sunglasses on. And as you can see, the backpack is blue. And if you look right here, it looks like he has an earpiece in his ear. Yes, no eagle on the shirt. Can you guys see that there's something in his ear right here? Check out his ear. So there's nothing in that ear. I'm going a little too fast. So right here, let's look at his ear. Right here. So right here, there's nothing in his ear on that side, right? And right here, it looks like he has something coming out of his ear that may look like it's going down the back of his shirt. But let me know if I'm crazy. All right. So that's Tyler Robinson 1. Let's just say, let's call Tyler Robinson in the red shirt. Let's call him Skylar Robinson. Okay. So burgundy shirt, his name is Skylar Robinson. Let's do that. So everybody say Skylar Robinson in the chat. And as you can see, there's no limp. So Skylar Robinson has no limp. So now this is, what are we going to name him? Because neither one of them is Tyler Robinson. So Skylar Robinson, give me a name for this guy. How on earth do you have the energy to do this? I know, right? You're all true. But somebody said, how on earth do you have the energy to do this? I know. I've been watching this crap for like 9 hours. No, I'm lit. I am lit. Okay. Give me a name for this guy. Skylar Robinson is the first guy. What's his name? Filer Robinson. Okay. So now this is Filer Robinson. So now, as you can see, shoes are different. Pants are different. Shirt is different. Book bag is different. Hat is different. All right. All right. So here we go. So this guy, Filer Robinson, isn't necessarily trying to hide because he's at the top of the steps and he stood around looking around for a second. I don't know what he's looking for, but watch this. So right here, he stops, looks around, and pulls out his phone and just looks around a little bit. And his book bag seems to be a little heavier than Skylar Robinson's book bag. Because if you go back to Skylar Robinson, he kind of adjusts his book bag here. Let's see. So let's look at book bag only. I backed it up because I want you to see the book bag, how he handles his book bag. It looks like his book bag is a little lighter. You see how it's smaller? It's not a lot of stuff in this guy's book bag compared to Philo Robinson. So watch when he walks up. This book bag looks thinner. You see that? And he touches it a little bit. It looks like it's barely anything in it. You see that? It's flatter. So when we go back to Philo Robinson, all right, here we go. So Philo Robinson is walking in with a heavy looking book bag. Do y'all see this book bag looks like it has a bunch of shit in it versus the other book bag? Do y'all see that? All right. So name all the things that are different. Let's play a game. How many things are different about Philo Robinson compared to Tyler Robinson? Book bag. The things that are in the book bag are different. The hat is different. The shirt is different. The pants are different. And the shoes are different. Those are 6 different things. Okay. But do you guys agree that what's in the book bag looks to also be different? Say yes or no in the chat. Okay, he puts his, all right, so right here, as you can see, his posture looks different. This guy, he seems a lot lankier. He seems to be a little more square. Like his torso seems to be a little bit more square versus the Skylar Robinson. And of course, different color shirt. So let's see how he walks down the stairs. Okay. Skylar Robinson did not have a limp, but Philo Robinson has a limp. So let me ask you guys this. And if anybody wants to come up, I want to drop the link. If anybody wants to come up and hang out with me, I would love for you guys to come on. So I'm dropping a link, StreamYard link, if anybody wants to come up and share your opinion about everything. Okay. So let's look at how he limps. All right. So you see he's limping, but let's look at the shoes. Okay. As you can see right here, these are totally different shoes. So these are not the same shoes, as you can see. So I don't think a teenage boy is going to think to change the book bag, change the shirt, change the shoes, change the hat when he had something different on. I don't think he's going to do that. So I don't think this is the same person. This boy is innocent, and we're going to get him out of jail. Okay, so as you can see, the shoe's different, and he's limping. Where is he going? Okay, so let's first look at body language. Okay, so now I'm going to go back to the Skylar Robinson going up the steps, and then we're going to look at Philo Robinson going up the steps. Okay, so let's do this first. Come on, Skylar, hurry up. Let's go, buddy. Let's go. Time is money. All right, put some pep in your step, Skylar. All right, so let's look at body language only when they both walk up the steps. All right, so let's look at the body language first. Hands in pockets. He drops his head right here. No limp. Okay, he adjusts his book bag. You guys see how he's not as square? You see his torso? His shoulders are not as broad as Filer Robinson. So Skylar Robinson seems to be smaller and less of a square torso. See that? Arms are a little skinnier also. Look at his arms. He has little skinny arms. Okay. Look at his arms. You see how skinny his arms are? His arms are different. Okay. He walks a little slumped over. So now let's go to Filer Robinson and see his body language. And everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button. Quick commercial. Well, I'm gonna do a commercial break after this part. So now he's limping, of course. Do you guys see that Filer Robinson seems a little taller? He seems a little dumber too. All right. So now let's look at his body language walking up the stairs. And if you guys have any questions or if you have anything you want me to point out, make sure to put it in the super chat because I am not looking at the comments because I'm staring at the screen. So I'm letting you know now, if you want me to see a comment, put it in the super chat because I'm staring at the screen and not in the comments. Okay. So I'm usually looking in the comments, but I'm not right now because I'm staring at the screen. So if you want me to point something out or I missed something, put in the super chat so I can see it. All right, so here we go. All right, he seems a little more scared, a little bit more timid. Of course, he's a little hurt or something because he does not have a gun. Okay, now because of the limp, there was speculation that there was a 30-06, at least the main part of the 30-06. It is down his pants, but this guy has some skinny pants on, so there's no way in hell there's a gun down his pants. So let's look. And he's bending his knee. So if he had a gun down his pants, he would not be bending his knee. He's looked to be limping and not whatever. So let's see. So he drops his hat. He drops his hat, y'all. So one thing I can say, he drops his hat just like Skylar did. So from a body language standpoint, y'all, even though he has different clothes on, even though he's walking with a limp, he does do the same thing Skylar Robinson did. Right here. Boom. Drops his head. Boom. Drops his head. Keeps his head down. The same way as Skylar did. Yeah, as soon as she turned, he dropped his head because he's worried about the camera. So from a side view, do they look the same? I would say yes. I'm being objective. I think they look almost identical, which means it may be the same person with different clothes on. But what do y'all think? I'm not saying it's Tyler. I'm saying the two individuals look like they are the same person. But what do y'all think? Yes or no? So he dyed his hair too? Let's look at the hair. Okay, the back of his head. Black hair. Let's look at the back of Skylar's hair. Somebody brought up hair. I didn't think about the hair. Good observation. He looks taller. Skylar looks taller than Filer. Okay, let's look at the hair. The back of their head. Okay, as you can see, he drops his head the same way. Right there. Boom. He drops his head. All right, look at the back of his head. Let's look at his hair. So it's the same color hair. Somebody said something about different color hair. Same hair, same taper also. So no, it's the same. It might be the same person. Okay. Let me know if there's anything else you got you need me to point out while he walks up the steps. He's a lot more timid also. Like he's scared. So you think it's Twiggy Twigs? I've never seen Lance Twiggs walk. So all I'm saying personally is it's not Tyler Robinson. I don't know how Lance Twiggs walks or looks to this degree. So I don't know. All right, so watch this. So he has the same taper in the back. So the same color hair and is the same like square taper in the back. So this might be the same individual that changed clothes. They're avoiding the camera. Yes. All right, so let's see. Different book bag, of course. So look at his arms. Remember, I told you the first guy, his arms were very skinny. His arms seem to be a little thicker. What do you guys think? And back it up just a little bit so we can look at the limp too. Do you think he had a gun up his leg? Yes or no, y'all? Do you think he had a gun up his leg? I don't think so. Yes, he has broader shoulders and he looks bigger. The ears look different. Okay. All right, so let's keep going. And we're going to get to the testimony also. I just think this is a little juicier than the testimony because the testimony was nuts. All right. I'm not playing much of the car stuff because we don't see him walking to his car. So in my opinion, these can just be random ass cars. So I'm not going to focus on the cars because I didn't see him walk in the car. So I'm not worrying about the cars. We're going to get past this.
And then Mr. Robinson turned himself in.
Okay. I was screen recording in another room. So you have to kind of like understand that I was watching live on the live stream and screen recording in another room. Okay. So you're going to hear some. Just know that I was trying to do my best. So it might sound crazy, but I was trying to do my best. Okay. When the audio comes up. So sorry if the audio sounds crazy.
And then Mr. Robinson turned himself in, right?
She said, and then Mr. Robinson turned himself in.
Yes.
And is it your understanding that the individual they used to facilitate Mr. Robinson turning himself in was someone known to Mr. Robinson personally that had been connected to law enforcement?
I know he was known to the family. I don't know his connection specifically with Mr. Robinson, but I am.
So what they're saying is, why did Tyler Robinson turn himself in? Who told Tyler Robinson to turn himself in? Because this is a very important part of this. There's two things that I want to point out. Thank you, guys. Thank you. I appreciate you guys being here. I appreciate you guys. So, one, if Charlie Kirk would not have went to UVU in particular, he would still be alive. The reason why Charlie Kirk is no longer with us is because he went to UVU in particular. Why UVU in particular? Does anybody want to guess? So before I answer this, and we're going to get into this, but this is very important. Why do you think, in my opinion, Charlie Kirk had to get unalived on UVU campus or in Provo? Does anybody want to guess why? We talked about it on the live stream. I just want to check to see. Okay, because of their whack laws. Anybody else? Why was Charlie Kirk supposed to bad laws? Okay. Any other reason? Special laws. Okay. That's it. That is it. Corruption. Corruption. That is it. See, Utah in particular, unlike other cities and other states, bad laws. So I'm agreeing with you guys. But the main reason is everybody, or the majority of the people in Utah, are Mormons, are LDS. LDS means Latter-day Saints. UVU, the school, actually has an LDS building. There's a Latter-day Saints building. Okay. So they live, sleep, eat, and breathe LDS and Mormon stuff. Okay. So that means the judge, the prosecutor, the defense, the people walking down the street, the girls, the boys, the babies, the old people, everybody in UVU are Mormons. And I'm not saying the people in UVU are a cult. I'm not going to say that. But they, in my opinion, operate like a cult, which means the stenographer, the person that you pay your ticket, the person behind the window where you pay your ticket at, the police officers, the person that works in the donut shop, the person that works at the Starbucks, everybody you run into are on code with whatever everybody else is on. So the reason why I just don't want to be mean and say that everybody in Utah is in a cult. I think that's a little insensitive, because I'm sure there are good people in Utah. I'm sure there are good people that are Mormons in Utah. So I don't want to turn around and say everybody in there or there, like they're in a cult. It just sounds bad. Okay. So I'm just going to say it respectfully. All right. They operate like they're in a cult, because I'm not going to say people that I don't know are cult members. It just sounds nasty. Okay. I don't want to curse people like that. Okay. So they may be, they may not be. I just want to say that. Okay. I want to be respectful to the good people in Utah. You know, I'm in Atlanta. They say everybody here is gay, a whole bunch of gay people, right? I'm not gay. But if people say everybody's in Atlanta is gay, I'm not going to take offense, right? So I don't want to turn around and just put a name on everybody in Utah, because I don't like it when people put a name on everybody in Atlanta. Everybody in Atlanta is not gay. There's a whole bunch of gay people here, but everybody here is not gay. So I'm not going to say everybody in Utah is in a cult. Okay. That is insensitive. Right. So the person that ran the camera that panned, that actually could have seen Tyler Robinson on the top, you know, and got the shot off, is Mormon. Everybody there is Mormon. And because of that, they are all expected to stay on code. Okay. So they're going to get rid of SD cards, including Terrell Farnsworth. Terrell Farnsworth is part of a Mormon group, correct? All right. The feds, everybody. So everybody is working together to make sure whatever needs to get done gets done. And it's absolutely disgusting. Okay. So that is the main thing I want to say. And then now we can move on to something else. But I just needed to say that the main reason why Charlie Kirk is now dead is because he went to Utah in particular. Okay. Utah is the reason why Charlie Kirk is dead, in my opinion. And I'm not saying Utah as a state killed him. I'm saying Utah as a state is not going to tell nobody who killed him. Okay. Because they know how to stay on code. So I'm not saying they killed him. I'm saying they know who killed him and they're not going to tell nobody. All right. Okay. Let's keep going.
And was someone known to Mr. Robinson personally that had been connected to law enforcement?
So back to what we were talking about. The second thing is the person went to Tyler Robinson and said, hey, you need to turn yourself in. Tyler Robinson did not need to turn himself in. If Tyler Robinson would have never turned himself in, he would have never went to jail. So if Charlie Kirk would have never went to Utah, he would still be alive. And if Tyler Robinson would not have turned himself in, which he did not have to do, there was no warrant out for Tyler Robinson's arrest. I'll say it again. There was no warrant out for Tyler Robinson's arrest. So there's no reason for Tyler Robinson to have turned himself in. He did not have to do that. Okay. But somebody in the cult told him, oh my God, Tyler Robinson, you got to turn yourself in. So his own family screwed him over. So before we do that, quick commercial break. We'll be right back.
This just in, a new way of healing is sweeping the country, and it's a card game called Like Mother, Like Daughter. This game is powerful.
My favorite question was, if you could parent me all over again, what would you change? This card game has a mother deck and a daughter deck, so we both have questions for each other.
These are some good questions.
Do you think I'm a people pleaser? If so, where did I get this trait from?
This card game actually helped my marriage, and the questions showed me that I still had unresolved issues with my mom, and I was taking them out on my husband.
If you don't do anything else, buy this card game. You won't regret it. Click the link below.
Like mother, like daughter, we are the same. You'll see when we play this game.
For the people that are new here, I sell card games that actually help people's family dynamics. Okay. That's kind of like what I do. That's why I'm called Mr. Let Go. I help people let go of childhood trauma. One of the main reasons why a lot of us have problems with relationships and family is because we don't get along with family members. And because our mother hurt us, because our father hurt us, because of the things that went on in our childhood, we hold resentment towards the adults that raised us or neglected us, right? And because of that, we grow up to be adults and we don't trust the opposite sex. And it puts us in a position where we can't necessarily cultivate and maintain fruitful relationships with other people, whether it's friends or romantic relationships, because we still have issues with our own mothers or our fathers. So this card game right here is meant for women to sit down and have a fun game to play with their mothers or with their daughters and deal with the resentment that one person may have for the other person in a loving, fun way. So get your mother-daughter card game. The link is in the chat, and the link is also under this video for the new people who are here for the first time. All right, so let's get back to it.
Correct.
So listen.
And then Mr. Robinson turned himself in, right?
Yes.
And is it your understanding that the individual they used to facilitate Mr. Robinson turning himself in was someone known to Mr. Robinson personally that had been connected to law enforcement?
I know he was known to the family. I don't know his connection specifically with Mr.
So law enforcement did not tell him to turn himself in, and there was no warrant out for his arrest. A family member that was most likely part of the cult told him to turn himself in.
Robinson, but I am aware that someone was used to facilitate Mr. Robinson turning himself in.
And were you aware that he was one of his Boy Scout leaders? Did you know that?
I think I heard that at some point. There was a connection. I didn't
So
know.
it wasn't the parents.
The boy was turned in by his Boy Scout leader. What kind of weirdo mess? Why is my Boy Scout leader? Aren't you supposed to be on my team? You were my Boy Scout leader. Like, you taught me how to make knots and shit. Why are you snitching on me and I ain't even did nothing? Like, what in the world? My Boy Scout leader turned me in and I didn't even do anything? You just seen somebody that looked like me and you finna come get me? Are you crazy? What kind of mess is that?
One of his Boy Scout leaders, did you know that?
I think I heard that at some point. There was a connection. I didn't
So
know.
it wasn't the parents.
Wow.
Mr. Robinson, in fact, no police went to go arrest him. He drove himself, or he was driven with his parents to the Washington County Sheriff's Department, correct?
That's my understanding, yes.
And he voluntarily walked in.
That's also my understanding, yes.
And there's no camera
That was
footage.
the first moment you ever knew his name connected with this case.
Yeah, aside from the image that we had, that was the first time that we had a name of an individual who had taken responsibility, yes.
Drove by a guy with a gun.
For all we know, it could be a sex toy.
Standing right by my car.
All right, so that's the car right there. As you can see, it does not have a sunroof. So that's the main thing I want y'all to see with the car.
We did not receive any reports to that
I
effect.
said the exact same shit. My video's
No
covering this.
witnesses to see him with a gun.
Also, when you were revealing the timeline, exactly how long was there between when the person was prone on the roof and when the shot was taken? Do you recall?
If you would like to replay the video, I can time it for you, but I don't recall. It was my guess, I would estimate between 15 and 30 seconds.
So between 15 and 30 seconds to lay flat, take a shot, and get up and run off, right?
I think you asked how long he was prone. I
Right.
think it took longer for him to crawl into position
Okay.
and then establish a position and then take the shot. He appeared to be in prone for approximately 15 to 30 seconds, but the video would verify.
Wow, that's fast.
Thank you.
I was just gonna say,
That's so fast to take
that
a
makes
shot
no
like
sense.
that.
And that's us talking in the background.
Oh, this dude's an insane shooter.
I don't think he even knows.
I'm telling you, as a dude that
I want
does
to
this.
talk to you for just
That's
a minute
crazy.
about the video that was taken. And I'm not going to get into I'm not going to show it, just so in case anybody's concerned about leaving the courtroom, I'm not going to show it. But there was a video that was taken by Mr. Ty Phillips from behind the individual that was speaking to Mr. Kirk.
Correct?
And it showed like a dead-on view of Mr. Kirk and his parts of his security team. Is that right?
This protection plan.
When do you put the gun together,
And then
guys?
you also have video that you described that shows the back of the tent at the moment. I want to show you, just this clip. That is a little clip from that video under the breezeway that's behind the tent.
Everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button.
It was from one of the platforms said it was going to kill the stream. It's people are being disrespectful in the chat. Scroll up.
All right, so the volume is a little higher here. Sorry, but turn your volume down. Turn your volume down a little bit right here because the volume is going to be a little loud. Turn your volume down just a little bit. All right, you've been warned. All right, here we go.
Is there any footage of the alleged shooting?
There is not, Judge.
Okay, I just wanted to clarify that. Ms. Nestor, given that additional information.
Y'all hear that, right? Y'all hear that, right? This is how stupid and idiotic all of this is. Let me replay what he just said. Listen again.
Is there any footage of the alleged shooting?
There is not, Judge.
Okay.
So that is exhibit A, B, C, D. This is exhibit E. No footage of anybody shooting anything. All right. No footage of anybody shooting. So why in the hell are we here if you don't have any damn proof? I'm going to show you why we're here. They're trying to manipulate the damn court. Everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button.
Is there any footage of the alleged shooting?
There is not, Judge.
Okay. I just want to clarify that.
That's crazy.
Ms. Nestor, given that additional information and anything further from defense?
No, but I think I'd like to be crystal clear. You asked if there's any portion of this video that captures, and I believe you asked of the actual shooting. There's no video of that. There is video, however, and you've heard testimony related to this, where the shooter goes to the top of the low-C building, goes out to the edge of the building, low crawls, and then leaves after what we assume is the shot being fired.
You didn't see anybody crawl because you just said you don't have any footage. So what are you talking about somebody crawling? You didn't see anything. Back up again. He didn't see anything because there was no footage. Who is crawling where?
Low crawls.
You didn't see anybody low crawling anywhere.
The top of the low-C building.
We didn't see anything.
To this, where the shooter goes to the top of the low-C building, goes out to the edge of the building, low crawls, and then leaves after what we assume is the shot being fired.
You just said there's no footage. So, and here's my problem with the defense. Why isn't anybody saying objection, Your Honor? He just said there is no footage of anybody doing anything. So he is saying that somebody was low crawling across whatever. I object.
Is there any footage of the alleged shooting?
There is not, Judge.
So if there's no footage of the shooting, why are you describing what the damn person was doing when there's no footage of a person doing anything? What are you talking about? But my issue is, why the hell is the defense not saying, I object, Your Honor? He just said there is no footage. So what the hell is he talking about? Am I wrong here? Why is the defense not objecting this bullshit?
Okay, I just want to clarify that. Ms. Nestor, given that additional information and anything.
Given that additional information. That is additional information. It is official. It is no camera footage of anybody doing anything, right? So think about this.
Further from defense.
No, but I think I'd like to be crystal clear. You asked if there's any.
I like to be crystal clear. You can't be crystal clear because there is no crystal clear footage of anybody doing anything, sir. So you can't be crystal clear.
Portion of this video that captures, and I believe you asked of the actual shooting.
He said there's a portion of the video, but he doesn't say what the portion of the video says.
Captures, and I believe.
Listen right here. He said there's a portion of the video.
Crystal clear. You asked if there's any portion of this video that captures, and I believe you asked of the actual shooting. There's no video of that. There is video, however, and you've heard testimony related to this, where the shooter goes to the top of the low-C building, goes out to the edge of the building.
There's not video of that. There's no video of what he just said because they're showing all the videos of what I'm showing you all the videos that they put out.
To the edge of the building goes out.
There's no video of nobody going to the edge of no damn building.
This.
Now, we have footage of him jumping off the building. Is that what he's talking about?
The shooter goes to the top of the low-C building, goes out to the edge of the building, low crawls, and then leaves after what we assume is the shot being fired.
Oh, okay. When he said low crawls, I was thinking about going to the edge of the building to take the shot. He's talking about jumping off the building and low crawling. Okay. I stand corrected. Now I understand what he's saying. Okay. So I stand corrected. That footage is there. We all seen that footage. I thought he was talking about the edge of the building in order to set up the gun. Okay. Got it. Okay. Just want to make sure.
That's as close as it gets.
And the court also recognizes Utah Rule of Evidence 1102 as that is the foundation that's being laid for the admission of this exhibit.
Okay. Does anybody need to understand what 1102 is? Say yes or no in the chat. Do you understand what 1102 is? Because some of y'all may have been watching and you already know. So say yes or no if you know what an 1102 objection is. Say yes or no. Come on, let's go. Say yes, no, yes, no. Do you know or are you aware of what an 1102 objection is? Say yes, no in the chat. Yes, say yes or no. Okay. All right. So the majority of you guys said no. So I'm going to let my guy, Baron Coleman, explain. Where is it? Here it is. Okay. So I'm going to let Baron Coleman explain what 1102 objections is. All right. Okay. Put a 1 in the chat if you can see my screen. Put a 1 in the chat if you can see my screen. Put a 1 in the chat if you can see my screen. Put a 1 in the chat if you can see my screen. Let's go. Put a 1 in the chat if you can see my screen. Okay. Can you see my screen? Yes or no? Okay. Gotcha. All right. Here we go. So let them know, Baron. Shout out to Baron Coleman.
Confessed, but they didn't tell him he had a right to remain silent. And the judge said, there's no requirement to remain silent. Then they said, well, we're raising a constitutional objection. It violates his Fifth Amendment right to remain silent, that he's not aware of his right. And the judges would say, there's no one telling us we have to issue this, so we're not going to. Well, eventually, one day, one of those cases, actually 4, made it to the Supreme Court. They combined them. They called it Miranda versus Arizona, but I think it was 3 or 4 different cases that were kind of smushed together, all examining the same issue. If a guy confesses but didn't know he didn't have to, do we have to give a new trial? And the Supreme Court finally said, yeah, you know what? After 100 years of hearing this and saying, we're finally going to say, yeah. And so what they're doing is they're lobbying an objection in front of the judge to say, Judge, you know this isn't right. This reliable hearsay stuff sucks.
So it's called reliable hearsay. Reliable hearsay. All right. Let that etch into your brain. Reliable hearsay.
We don't know who said this. We can't test it. We can't cross-examine it.
See, hearsay is an objection. You know, they'll say, I object, Your Honor. That is hearsay. 1102 is saying hearsay is reliable. So there are certain situations in Utah and Utah only that says hearsay is reliable if it is accepted by the judge. Reliable hearsay is 1102.
Examine them. We're allowed to attack the sufficiency, but then we can't attack the sufficiency because the person who's in charge of the evidence isn't here.
Which is hearsay because he isn't here.
And one day, some appellate court may look at that and say, you know what, you're right. And so you raise the objection, even though you know you're going to lose it at the trial court level. I don't think the judge could sustain that objection if he wanted to. I don't think Utah law would allow him. It's in their constitution, it's in their code, and their Supreme Court has said it's okay. The judge, if he ruled in favor of the defense on that issue, the judge would be out of line. He would be making an illegal ruling. It would be an activist judge. We don't like activist judges in this.
And an activist judge is a judge that does not operate by the book, and he wants to jump out and say, you know what? Even though the book says this, forget the book. This isn't right. And that is what an activist judge is. And he doesn't want to be an activist judge. People don't like activist judges because they don't go by the book.
Country, or we don't. Some people do, but I don't. I think judges should follow the law, even when they disagree with it personally. And I think that's what the judge is doing. He's following the law. An appellate court may come later and say, you know what, we agree with Tyler Robinson's counsel. But I don't think the trial court judge has that ability right now. So I don't blame the judge for overruling it, but I also don't blame Tyler Robinson's lawyer for raising it on every witness. They should, and every exhibit. They should. They should. Because one day, a court is going to have to look at this and say, what's going on in Utah? It's not right. It's not right at all. Now,
so the point is, in Utah, there's something called 1102 objection, which means you can use hearsay when other courts use hearsay as an objection and say, no, we cannot use hearsay. So in Utah, because they have all these little stupid, weirdo ass laws, you can use hearsay and it cannot be objected.
I did speak to
it can be objected, but it's not going to stay.
Somebody today who told me.
So that means I object, Your Honor, hearsay. The judge is going to say overruled. And you're going to be like, what do you mean? The person isn't here. Well, in Utah, we use code 1102 objections. So I'm overruling your objection. You can't object to this, even though in the rest of the world, it is a proper objection. But we are Mormons over here and we operate like a cult. So shut up.
Something shocking. And before I get into the evidence, I want to get to this. A lot was made today.
Hold on, let me back up a little bit.
Whether probable cause exists. In other words, the defense is sandbagging Tyler Robinson. I don't think they are. I thought they did a pretty good job today. They were prepared, but I think the prosecution was prepared.
He's talking about from yesterday, not today.
I think they were competent. They knew the rules. They knew their objections. They objected at the appropriate times. They didn't object at times that were inappropriate. The defense's cross-examination of the one witness was particularly good, I thought. I don't know that. I mean, there was one time she asked kind of a follow-up question that in hindsight, I bet even she wishes she hadn't asked because it sort of let him wiggle out of testimony. Probably would have been cleared up on a redirect anyway. But, you know, you let them make them work. Don't clear it up for them. And there was one time where he asked a question. I was like, ooh, don't ask that. Let them go back and clean it up. But whatever, you know, I'm not going to argue with them over it. They did a good job today. It was not a bad job. Now, let me get into just a minute or two because I have to. I have to. Because people don't know what a preliminary trial is, a preliminary hearing is.
So keep in mind, this is a preliminary trial. This is not the real trial. So certain rules apply in a preliminary trial that don't apply in the actual trial.
This is not a trial. The standard here is not reasonable doubt. The purpose of this is
information.
Not to determine whether Tyler Robinson is guilty or innocent.
It's meant to see if there's enough evidence and information for it to actually be a trial, if that's what this is for.
It's not to determine whether he will get the death penalty or life in prison. That's not what was done today. A preliminary hearing is a limited pretrial screening process. All you're trying to do is determine whether probable cause exists. In other words, do you think the prosecution can make a good faith effort and not going to waste the judicial time and not going to unnecessarily keep this guy against his will in jail waiting on this trial? Are they going to be able to produce at least enough evidence for a jury to consider?
So this means if the judge turns around and says, all right, we don't have nothing here, this is all bullshit, Tyler Robinson goes home. Tyler Robinson goes home. If the judge turns around and says, bro, we don't have nothing. Why you got this little boy back here for 10 months? Like, this is dumb. We don't have nothing.
If it's not great. That's it. That's all that's happening here. Now, the defense for their case can challenge the evidence in these preliminary hearings, but it's not going to the sufficiency of the evidence. It's not going to the weight of the evidence. It's going to the sufficiency. As long as the judge determines the evidence is sufficient to clear that hurdle, nothing the defense said really matters.
Okay. So say yes or no if you understand what the Rule 1102 means. Say yes or no in the chat if you now understand that Rule 1102 is about the admittance of information and or testimony that in other situations would be thrown out. If I turn around and say, hey, I seen him do it, that means I am a witness to somebody doing something, right? But in this situation, they are saying so-and-so said he did it. And in a normal court case, somebody can jump up and say, objection, that is hearsay. If you didn't see it, you did not witness it. Therefore, it is thrown out. In this particular situation, since it's a preliminary situation and we're in this cult-like city, we're just letting it go. So you cannot jump up and say objection is hearsay because of Rule 1102, where 1102 reports, it means no speaking objections. Okay. All right. So let's keep going. Thank you, Baron, for your clarity. Oh, wrong thing.
Taking in consideration all factors, the court rules that Exhibit 12.4 is admitted into evidence.
Oh, let me back up. Back up a little bit.
Consideration all factors, the court rules that that is the foundation that's being laid for.
I'll back up some more.
The shooter goes to the top of the Losi building, goes out to the edge of the building, low crawls, and then leaves after what we assume is the shot being fired. That's as close as it gets.
And the court also.
We assumed the shot being fired. We assume the shot being fired.
Recognizes Utah Rule of Evidence 1102 as that is the foundation.
So that is the 1102 right there.
That's being laid for the admission of this exhibit. Having taken in consideration all factors, the court rules that Exhibit 12.4 is admitted into evidence and shall be played in the courtroom and may be broadcast by the media.
Building.
Correct.
Wasn't there also a bullet found on another building?
I believe an unfired bullet had been found on another building at some point during my time there on September 10th. Yes.
Which building was that, sir?
I don't recall.
Was that
All right, so make sure to listen again. This is important.
building?
Correct.
Wasn't there also a bullet found on another building?
So they found a bullet on top of another building, and the guy just disregarded it and said, "Oh, it's a bullet." Like, this stupid man found a gun, he found a holster, and he found a bullet, and disregarded the gun, the holster, and the bullet. So I'm just setting you guys up for what this idiot is about to say.
To evidence and shall be played in the courtroom.
And I'm not lying. He found a bullet, a gun, and
A bullet found on another building?
I believe an unfired bullet had been found on another building at some point during my time there on September 10th. Yes.
Which building was that, sir?
I don't recall.
Was that
you don't even know what building it was. You just finding bullets. Really? This guy's an idiot.
considered a scene that was worth preserving?
It was not. My recollection is that that was accounted for.
A random bullet laying on top of a building was accounted for. Huh? What?
As an ejected cartridge from an officer who had cycled his rifle.
Okay, I thought you said it was an unfired bullet, and now you're saying it was a
that's correct.
cartridge?
When a weapon is cleared, an officer would make his rifle ready, which would chamber around.
Oh, I got you.
My understanding was that that's how that was accounted for.
So an officer claimed that bullet belonged to him or her?
That's my recollection. Is that
That's your recollection?
You're a moron.
How?
You're a moron.
That's not me.
You're a moron. So's your mother.
That's not me.
Why? You're a moron. So's your mother.
that was how it was accounted for?
And when was that accounted for?
I don't know specifically.
Do you remember what type of bullet that was?
I don't.
Was it a 30-06? Do you remember?
I don't.
Okay.
Like,
Do you know
what
where
in
that
the
bullet is
world?
now?
He doesn't even know if it's not a 30-06. He could have looked. It's a bullet. I'm sorry. But if you're in law enforcement, you can recognize what a bullet is and what a bullet isn't. She said, is it a 30-06 bullet? A 30-06 bullet is like this long. A normal bullet is this long. A 380 bullet is this, like this. 22 bullet is smaller. They get fatter, longer, whatever. But a 30-06 bullet is about this long. It looks like a missile. So what type of bullet was it, idiot? Like, was it a 9mm bullet? Like, what are you talking about? I don't understand.
Officer would make his rifle ready, which would chamber around.
Oh, I got you.
My understanding was that that's how that was accounted for.
So an officer claimed that bullet belonged to him or her?
That's my recollection, is that was how it was accounted for.
Who is the him or her? You don't even know if it's a him or her. Was it him? Was it her? You don't even know who the hell the bullet belongs to. So you find a random ass bullet and you don't pick it up. And you don't even know what kind of bullet it is.
And when was that accounted for?
I don't know specifically.
Do you remember what type of bullet that was?
No.
I don't.
Was it a 30-06? Do you remember?
I don't.
Okay.
I don't know if it's a
Do you know where that bullet
30-06.
is
I don't know if the bullet was shaped like a missile or it was shaped like a normal bullet, because 30-06 bullets are shaped like missiles.
now?
I don't.
Why are you here, sir? You don't know anything.
You're allowed to say it provides context for the defendant.
All right, let's get to this one.
Yeah, it doesn't make You're allowed to say it provides context for the defendant's state of mind. That's all.
All right. And
All right, so this is a very important conversation right here, where this particular part of the testimony, or the conversation, I would say, because it's not really a testimony because there's no witnesses, but since they don't have actual evidence, because I showed you there are no bullets. And if there were bullets, they're not even picking a bullet up. They're leaving a bullet on the ground. There are no bullets. There are no witnesses. There are no guns. They got the wrong guy. There is no video footage of anything. They don't have anything, right? So what they're trying to do in this video right here is, instead of saying he was right there, we seen him do it, lock him up. They don't have none of that. So what they're going to try to do here, and y'all are going to hear it, is absolutely crazy. They're going to try to manipulate the court into saying, or into thinking, that because Charlie Kirk believed in this and Tyler Robinson believed in this, Tyler Robinson unalived Charlie Kirk because he didn't like when Charlie Kirk said this, because Tyler Robinson believes in this. Okay, so this is going to be a conversation about, I unalived Charlie Kirk because he believed in something that I didn't believe in. Okay, put a 1 in the chat if you understand what I'm saying. This has nothing to do with evidence. This is just about beliefs. This is how they're trying to pull a fast one over all of us and get this young boy killed in a death penalty simply because they think Charlie Kirk thought like this and they think Tyler Robinson thought like this. Therefore, he unalived Charlie Kirk. All right, so we good?
Making this determination.
Yeah, everybody in the chat say free Tyler. Everybody in the chat, let's go. Spam the chat. Free Tyler, free Tyler, free Tyler, free Tyler. Let's go. Spam the chat. Free Tyler. Some bullshit.
Whether it's admissible or not, I'm going to start at the beginning, which is this. This is a preliminary hearing. The purpose is to determine whether the state has established probable cause to believe a crime was committed and that Mr. Robinson committed it. As it relates to this case, as I turn to relevance, I turn to the information as previously stated. And is this relevant? What is before me? And without indicating my decision on probable cause, because I am not at that point, I'm withholding all decision making until all evidence is properly before me. And so in this ruling, it is not indicating either direction that the court is heading. However, the court finds that it is relevant as it relates to the victim targeting enhancement, as it relates to Charlie.
So that's the word. Victim targeting enhancement. Okay. Victim targeting enhancement. Victim targeting enhancement is what they're trying to base this whole case on, simply because they do not have any evidence or any proof that he actually did it. So now victim targeting enhancement is saying that, hey, Tyler Robinson, targeted Charlie Kirk, who was a victim, because of what Tyler Robinson believes, and that Charlie Kirk believes in the opposite of what Tyler Robinson believes. That is what victim targeting enhancement means, where it got to an escalated situation. The situation escalated, it enhanced, because we have two belief systems, and my belief is so different than yours. I want to take you off this earth. Okay. That's what victim targeting enhancement means.
A decision on probable cause, because I am not at that point. I'm withholding all decision making until all evidence is properly before me. And so in this ruling, it is not indicating either direction that the court is heading. However, the court finds that it is relevant as it relates to the victim targeting enhancement, as it relates to Charlie Kirk's political expression. And the court recognizes the argument made by defense in regards to state of mind. And it is because of both arguments.
Y'all hear that, right? This is how stupid this is. He said state of mind. Did y'all hear it? They're trying to put this boy in prison for state of mind, not for actually killing somebody, for thinking about something. He said state of mind. You can't go to prison for your state of mind.
The court finds that it is relevant as it relates to the victim targeting enhancement, as it relates to Charlie Kirk's political expression. And the court recognizes the argument.
Political expression. Because Charlie Kirk had a political expression and Tyler Robinson had a state of mind, that's the reason why he needs to go to prison.
Made by defense in regards to state of mind. And it is because of both arguments that the court finds that the court is ruling that it is provisionally admitted into evidence.
There is no evidence. There is no evidence. So they're using the state of mind of one person versus the other person as evidence. This is crazy.
And at such point, when it becomes relevant, based off what Mr. Novak has talked about Mr. Robinson's state of mind about Mr. Kirk's political beliefs, then at that point, whether it is admitted or not into evidence will be decided upon. So as of right now, it is provisionally admitted. Because of that stance, it will not be published to the courtroom or media, but both parties can weigh in on that when this is brought up again and the request for it to be fully admitted is made by either party, then the court will re-examine whether it should be published at that time to those in the courtroom and to whether that is displayed or filmed by the camera. All right, let us proceed. Well, let us proceed to lunch because it is it's a place to stop.
Someone clip that.
Leave everyone
Yeah,
looks
put that on X.
they need a lunch.
Don't clip that. So he pretty much just put it on the back burner because he didn't want to give a real judgment on that.
He kind of looked like he was reading a script off the screen at one point.
Well, yeah, he does. He has a stenographer and stuff in the court that sets stuff up for him and writes stuff down for him and everything. So that's what he refers back to. He has an assistant.
He's literally saying, am I allowed to manipulate the court by using religious verbiage to show motive?
As of September 14th, Tyler Robinson had already turned himself in to the authorities. Is that right?
Yes, I believe he turned himself in on September 11th.
So prior to the time that Tyler Robinson turned himself in, had you all prepared a timeline?
A documented written timeline?
Yes.
Not to my knowledge. I don't know when Sergeant Bricker produced his specifically.
And isn't it fair to say that as of the moment that Tyler Robinson voluntarily surrendered to authorities in Washington County, as of that moment, you
If you guys have any questions, make sure to put in the super chat because I'm watching a video and I like to hang out with you guys in the chat, but the chat is moving a little fast. So make sure to put your questions or comments that you want me to read out loud in the super chat because somebody's asking a question and they said you didn't read my comment. Put in super chat and I'll read it.
all did not know who the shooter was. Is that right?
We had identified a person documented written time.
So right here, she's literally saying that you guys as the police force did not identify the shooter. You had no idea who the shooter was until Tyler Robinson just walked into your precinct and said, hey, I may be the shooter. Because he didn't say I'm the shooter. He did not confess.
Tyler Robinson had already turned himself in to the authorities. Is that right?
Yes, I believe he turned himself in on September 11th.
So prior to the time that Tyler Robinson turned himself in, had you all prepared a timeline?
A documented written timeline?
Yes.
Not to my knowledge. I don't know when Sergeant Bricker produced his specifically.
And isn't it fair to say that as of the moment that Tyler Robinson voluntarily surrendered to authorities in Washington County, as of that moment, you all did not know who the shooter was. Is that right?
We had identified a person of interest, but we did not specifically know who the shooter was at that time.
And Tyler Robinson was not the person of interest. Tyler Robinson just came in there and they're like, oh, who are you? He was not the person of interest. It was somebody else that was a person of interest.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. You're right. Somebody in the chat said Zen confessed. You know, the old guy who dropped his pants. He confessed.
And you became aware that Mr. Robinson was voluntarily surrendering how? How did you become aware of that?
That information came originally, I believe, from the Washington County Sheriff to the administration at the control center at the university on the evening of the investigation, or the second evening of the investigation.
Hold on, y'all. I gotta do something real quick. What happened?
Okay, we're going to get back to that in a minute, but I just wanted to get the timeline down. All right, now I want to go back to.
Hold on, y'all. I gotta do something real quick. Something went wrong. I'll fix it. All right, do this and then this.
The videos that we've seen and the question that I just asked before, which is it fair to say that nothing about the video of the individual on the roof revealed to you, you couldn't see facial features, you couldn't see what they were wearing, correct?
Of the individual on the roof?
Correct.
I know that there was a meeting to discuss perhaps a pattern on the front of the shirt that was observed when the individual was jumping off of the roof.
Okay, that's fair. But at that time, as of the 11th, before Mr. Robinson turned himself in, you all had not been able to determine that. Is that right?
Excuse me. Determine who he was or determine distinguishing features?
Determine distinguishing features of the video of the person on the roof.
Yes, we had a person of interest and those images were released to the press.
You're talking about the ones in the stairwell from the
Correct.
From the parking garage.
Correct.
But the video on the roof was not distinguishable. Fair?
That video as a standalone?
Yes.
Was not, no.
Okay.
Okay.
And in fact, the video on the roof, well, strike that. Is it true that you had some spectators that you interviewed that had gotten a photograph a few seconds before the shooting of someone on the roof?
So I'm not sure I understand the question.
Did you at some point in your investigation collect from two young men who were present at the event a video that they had taken of someone on the roof about 10 seconds before the shooting?
Yes, a video, yes, not photographs. A video was collected from an individual who had a video.
And ultimately, some screenshots were taken out of that video. Is that right?
By
you?
Not by me, no.
Okay. That's fine. It could have been someone else.
Okay.
But did you see the video that those young men took?
If you're referring to the video that is looking north and shows an individual dressed in dark clothing on the corner of the roof,
Yes.
if that is the video, I have seen that video, yes.
Do y'all remember that? It was some random people, and they were at UVU. I think it was before the show started with Charlie Kirk, and they pulled out their phone and said, "Hey, it's somebody up on the roof," and they just had all black on. Do y'all remember that? Do y'all recall that? That's what he's talking about.
Did you review the interview of those young men?
I did not.
Do you know how they described the person on the roof?
I don't know if I read it or if I heard it, but my understanding was they believed it was Overwatch or some kind of a police Overwatch for the event.
Okay.
If that's my recollection.
And do you remember anything specific about the person's build that they discussed when they described the person on the roof?
I do.
Shout out to Megan Murray. Thank you for the super chat. Did they go over the Discord messages in time he turned himself in? From what I've seen, I might be wrong, but the Discord messages were running while he was actually in jail. And I might be wrong, but y'all let me know if I'm wrong. But from my recollection, he was in jail, and his Discord was, somebody had his Discord, and he was still talking in his Discord while he was in jail. But I might be wrong with that, so let me know if I'm wrong on that.
Features of the video of the person on the roof.
Yes, we had a person of interest, and those images were released to the press.
You're talking about the ones in the stairwell from the
Correct.
From the parking garage.
Correct.
But the video on the roof was not distinguishable. Fair?
That video is a standalone?
Yes.
It was not, no.
Okay.
Okay.
And hold on one second. I just want to bring this in.
Honor to the relevant.
I just want to show y'all this. I'm going to go back to the other video, but I just want to show y'all how stupid this mess is. So right here, the state witness says Lance Twiggs' DNA was all over the evidence. This was the boring part of the hearing where the woman was up there talking about DNA. And do y'all realize that this woman was like, we have DNA and Lance Twiggs is on everything. Lance Twiggs was on DNA, was on a gun. His DNA was on the bullets. His DNA was on everything. Why is Lance Twiggs' DNA on everything? But on top of that, the DNA is inconclusive because she kept saying that we have a 20% match on Tyler Robinson. And then she said she'll put it through again and it'll be a 75% match. And everybody was like, wait, what? So listen to this.
Attention, Your Honor, to the relevant results that will be discussed by the other expert, as well as the results of the items we've discussed, the towel and the screwdriver. That's all.
Yes. His DNA was on a bullet. Was it the bullets? Well, I'll just say it was on a gun, it was on a towel, and it was everywhere. Shit is crazy.
The towel and the screwdriver. That's all.
And the screwdriver, yeah.
The court will overrule the objection and allow a brief overview of it, not going line by line, page by page. So if it is brief, I'll allow that.
Thank you. So if you'll read item 7.1 to the word contributors at the top of that page, if you will.
Everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button.
Of whom is Twigs. The DNA.
So if it is brief, I'll allow that.
Thank you. So if you'll read item 7.1 to the word contributors at the top of that page, if you will.
Yes. Male DNA was obtained from item 7 sub 1. Item 7 sub 1 was interpreted as originating from two individuals, one of whom is Twigs. The DNA results from item 7 sub 1 and are 1.7 octillion times more likely if Twigs and T. Robinson are contributors than if Twigs and an unknown, unrelated person are contributors.
Thank you. Let's skip down to item 8.1. Do you see that bolded and underlined line there?
Yes.
And this is relating to swabs of the handle area of the screwdriver. Is that right?
Yes.
Will you read those same two paragraphs there? Male DNA ending with contributors.
Male DNA was obtained from item 8 sub 1. Item 8 sub 1 was interpreted as originating from two individuals, one of whom is Twigs.
And oh wait, somebody said, what is it? Sorry. Okay. Shout out to Mark. Thank you for saying this. Someone unsubscribed me and I've been with you since September. Can everybody just take a second to check to see if they are still subscribed and say subscribed or resubscribed in the chat? Because it's not just happening to me, it's happening to everybody. My channel is shadow banned for whatever reason. I don't know what the hell the reason is, but YouTube is doing all kinds of crazy stuff. So can you just take a second to one, subscribe to my channel or resubscribe to my channel if you were already, just to check to see if you are still subscribed, and make sure to hit the notification bell and make sure it's set to all, because YouTube is unsubscribing people from people's channels. And I don't know why. I just think it's freaking stupid. All right. So put subscribed in the chat if you've already subscribed or you resubscribed.
The DNA results from item 8 sub 1 are 30 quintillion times more likely if Twigs.
And make sure to hit the hype button. Make sure to hit the HYPE button. Make sure to hit the hype button and the like button.
Twigs and T. Robinson are contributors than if Twigs and an unknown, unrelated person are contributors. Item 8 sub 1 was interpreted as originating from two individuals, one of whom is Twigs. The DNA results from item 8 sub 1 are 30 quintillion times more likely if Twigs and T. Robinson are contributors than if Twigs and an unknown, unrelated person are contributors.
What the hell does 1 quintillion times mean? What the hell is that?
Okay, thank you. A couple of foundational questions before we finish for now. First off, do you know who Twigs is?
Yes.
Who is Twigs?
Twigs is Lance Twigs. He was a roommate of Mr. Tyler Robinson.
And do you know if Lance Twigs's DNA was obtained for comparison in this test?
Yes, it was.
And how was that DNA obtained?
It was obtained by law enforcement officers.
And was that by a buccal swab?
Yes.
What is a buccal swab?
A buccal swab is basically like a Q-tip or a swab that we'll just place in someone's mouth and just scrub the inside of their mouth to obtain the cells.
And then that Q-tip is then packaged and sent to the lab for testing and comparison?
Yes.
And was the defendant, Tyler Robinson's DNA, also collected in the same manner?
Yes, it was.
Okay. Thank you. Nothing else.
So, we go back to this.
And in fact, the video on the roof, well, I'll strike that.
So I wanted to show you guys that one right there, which explained how Lance Twigs' DNA was all over everything.
Is it true that you had some spectators that you interviewed that had gotten a photograph a few seconds before the shooting of someone on the roof?
So I'm not sure I understand the question.
Did you at some point in your investigation collect from two young men who were present at the event a video that they had taken of someone on the roof about 10 seconds before the shooting.
Yes, a video, yes, not photographs. A video was collected from an individual who had a video.
And ultimately, some screenshots were taken out of that video. Is that right?
By
you?
Not by me, no.
Okay. That's fine. It could have been someone else.
Okay.
But did you see the video that those young men took?
If you're referring to the video that is looking north and shows an individual dressed in dark clothing on the corner of the roof,
Yes.
if that is the video, I have seen that video, yes.
Did you review the interview of those young men?
I did not.
Do you know how they described the person on the roof?
I don't know if I read it or if I heard it, but my understanding was they believed it was Overwatch or some kind of a police Overwatch for the event.
Okay.
That's my recollection.
And do you remember anything specific about the person's build that they discussed when they described the person on the roof?
I do not.
Okay. There is a portion of the video after the individual jumped off the roof, which we all saw here, where the individual crosses, I believe it's Campus Drive. Is that right?
Correct.
And there's a moment where the individual waits and there's two cars that pass in front of him, right in front of him.
Correct.
And is this the moment where you are submitting that he was holding a gun in his hand?
That's across the road.
Yes.
From my observations, would show that he's carrying an object in his hand that's concealed or in a bag.
An object. Do y'all see that? An object. They've never seen a gun. There's no witness outside of law enforcement that seen a gun. Nobody can say Tyler Robinson had a gun at all. So everybody in the chat, everybody in the comments say, free Tyler, free Tyler. We need to make a hashtag, free Tyler. Let's go. Free Tyler. Spam the chat, spam the comments. I want to see 1,000 comments. Free Tyler, free Tyler. This man is getting framed. They've never seen a gun. Not that they ain't seen nothing.
Bag. Object. And it is long and has the appearance.
A freaking object. It looks like he has an object.
If that is the video, I have seen that video, yes.
Did you review the interview of those young men?
I did not.
Do you know what
And that it didn't interview nobody.
how they described the person on the roof?
I don't know if I read it or if I heard it, but my understanding was they believed it was Overwatch or some kind of a police Overwatch for the event.
Okay.
That's my recollection.
And do you remember anything specific about the person's build that they discussed when they described the person on the roof?
I do not.
Okay.
Listen.
There is a portion of the video after the individual jumped off the roof, which we all saw here, where the individual crosses, I believe it's Campus Drive. Is that right?
Correct.
And there's a moment where the individual waits and there's two cars that pass in front of him, right in front of him.
Correct.
And is this the moment where you are submitting that he was holding a gun in his hand?
That's across the road.
Yes.
From my observations, would show that he's carrying an object in his hand that's concealed or in a bag. Object. And it is long and has the appearance, based on my training and experience, it could be a firearm.
But do you see a gun anywhere?
In the video?
Yeah.
No.
Great. Anybody that was driving by on Campus Drive that day report to you or any other investigator?
I can told you.
Hey, we just drove by a guy with a gun.
For all we know, it
Nope. Not even a witness that said he had a gun.
could be a sex
He
toy.
was standing right by my car.
We did not receive any reports to that effect.
I said the exact same shit. My video's covering this.
see him with a gun.
Also, when you were revealing the timeline, exactly how long was there between when the person was prone on the roof and when the shot was taken? Do you recall?
If you would like to replay the video, I can time it for you, but I don't recall. It was my guess, I would estimate between 15 and 30 seconds.
So how quickly after you arrived on scene did you become aware that you were actually going to be in charge of the scene?
I believe it was approximately an hour after, so what would have been approximately 2:30.
So for the first 2 hours, you were not in charge.
For the first 2 hours, I wasn't. I didn't arrive till 1:30, so no.
Okay. It came from on high that you were basically going to be in charge of the scene. What was your first priority? What were you focused on?
We were focused on, through our major crimes team and our lieutenant, putting together an investigative team and developing initial assignments and a plan as to what we were going to do moving forward.
And part of that is protecting any potential forensic evidence that may be found on the scene. That's clearly important, right?
Correct.
Preserving the scene, right?
Correct.
But it sounds like that's not really your area. That was more maybe Agent Falmina's area.
Agent Falmina was assigned to process and document the crime scenes. It was my understanding that the known scenes at that time, amid the chaos, had been contained and had been secured by the on-campus officers who were already on scene.
And what's your understanding of what the known scenes were? In other words, the area where there might potentially be evidence that you needed to process.
I know that the amphitheater area was cordoned off and managed as best it could with the number of people that were there.
Whoever arrested him as a potential suspect got that wrong. He wasn't the actual suspect, right?
Sorry, got what wrong?
That he was the shooter.
The person I believe to be the shooter was not the individual who was taken into custody, correct?
And then was there anybody else taken into custody as a person of interest?
There were several people who were detained for questioning and who were interviewed throughout the investigation.
And none of those people were they were all ultimately cleared by you or somebody connected with you.
Correct.
But Tyler Robinson was not cleared. So my question is, what is the difference? What is the distinct difference between Tyler Robinson and all of the other people that you brought in for questioning? What is the difference? You didn't see a gun with Tyler Robinson. Nobody else seen a gun with Tyler Robinson. And even in the camera footage that, I'm going to show again, it looks like two Tyler Robinsons. So why did you put this man in jail and not the other people?
And were there any other?
Yes, Barron said Tyler's car had a sunroof. This car does not. Yeah, I showed that earlier. I'm going to show it again.
Guns confiscated on the scene that day?
There were other firearms that were located on the scene, yes.
How many guns were confiscated that day?
How many? Remember earlier I said this man found bullets that he didn't worry about. He found suspects that he didn't worry about. He found guns that he didn't worry about. He found a holster that he didn't worry about. Like, this shit is crazy. And thank you for becoming a member. Let me shout you guys out. Shout out to Teresa for thanking. Thank you for becoming a new member. What is it? What's going on? Hold on, y'all. So thank you, Teresa, and thank you, Megan, and thank you, Amy, for becoming a new member. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you.
I don't know specifically confiscated, but I know that there was a firearm found in a backpack that was accounted for during the day.
What type of firearm was that?
It was a handgun.
Any other guns that were found on the scene?
Not that I recall.
So let's go back to the video footage. Some of you guys didn't see this, so this is some good information right here. So I'm just going to let this play. And this is the car that did not have a sunroof. We were talking about earlier that Barron talked about how this particular car did not have a sunroof, and the car that they described as Tyler Robinson's car had a sunroof. Right there. No sunroof. So that's the car. Those are the rims that they talk about. Oh, the rims. And as you can see, you cannot see anybody inside of the car. So you can't even see that Tyler Robinson was in the damn car. You don't even know this is the right car. It's not the right car. All right, so look at the top of the screen. He's parking a car. All right. So here's the car right here. Another shot of it. As you can see, no sunroof. So we talked about earlier how there's two Tyler Robinsons, and neither one of them may be Tyler Robinson. So I'm just going to let it play through because I'm tired. I didn't even eat anything today. So I'm just going to let it scroll through uninterrupted. And let me know what your thoughts are. If you want me to stop it, if you want me to back it up, if there's anything that you want to share your opinion on. And let me drop the link if anybody wants to come up. I'm dropping a link if anybody wants to come up. So this is the other Tyler Robinson. There's two Tyler Robinsons. Because it looks like a lot of the little Mormons in this city, they all look the same. So, you know how they say black people look the same, white people look the same in this situation. So Mormons look the same. I don't know what it is, but I don't know. But if you guys want to come up, I dropped the StreamYard link and hang out. I mean, come up and share your opinion on all this. Don't say I never have people on my show, because I'm dropping the link so you could be on my show. All right, so here's the other. This is Tyler Robinson part 2. This is Skylar Robinson and Phyla Robinson. And you see he's hiding his head. I mean, hiding his face. So he's trying to do something. He was up to something. So are those two different Tylers, or are those the same? I think those are different people. Yeah, one was walking with a limp.
Correct.
All right. So, of course, we start tomorrow at 1:00 p.m. Eastern time. So we're going to be back at it. We're going live together, me and the guys, tomorrow. And we're going to be back at it tomorrow. The court proceedings start tomorrow at 1:00. So come hang out with me and the guys, and let's all have fun. So I'll drop the link. So if somebody wants to come up, I'm play a quick commercial break. And if anybody wants to come up, the link is in the chat. And then I'll be out of here if nobody comes up. So I'm dropping the link one more time, and I'm going to play a commercial. And if somebody wants to come up, you'll appear in the background and I'll bring you up.
Everybody hit the light.
Sorry. So don't leave. I'm waiting on somebody to come up to share their opinions. So click the link, the StreamYard link, and come up. I'm going to play this commercial.
If you had one wish involving us, what would it be?
That we got along better.
Okay.
The day that you told me, like, I was so happy for you, my mindset toward you completely changed. I think after you had her, you realized, like, how hard it is to be a mom. And, like, when you look back at things that maybe, like, made you mad at me, you realize, like, okay, well, that is hard.
I just bought this mother-daughter card game because I came to the realization that my issues with my mom are not resolved, so I decided to do something about it. I just played this card game with my mom and we both literally broke down crying. Here's the card game right here. Buy it. Every woman needs this. You won't regret it.
All right. Somebody said play the like button song. Let's do it. Give me a second. All right, here we go.
Everybody hit the like button. 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 If you got something to say, drop it in the comments. Don't be acting afraid. What? Everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button. If you got something to say, drop it in the comments. Don't be acting afraid. Drop your city in the chat. Let me know you at. Drop your city in the chat. Let me know you at. Drop your city in the chat. in the chat.
Talk to y'all later. 1 o'clock tomorrow sharp.